After 60, life becomes quieter, but deeper. The phone rings less often, crowds slowly disappear, and suddenly you realize something no one warned you about in your youth. Not everyone is meant to walk with you till the end. Some people were meant for your struggle, some for your success, and some only for a season. But here's the truth most people discover too late. After 60, the quality of your friendships matters more than the number. At this stage of life, friendships are no longer about excitement, status, or gain. They are about peace, dignity, and emotional safety. If you choose wisely, these friendships will make your later years meaningful. If you choose poorly, they will drain you faster than age ever could. So today, let's talk about the 5 friends you should intentionally make after 60. Not based on theory, but on human experience, wisdom, and real life. 1. The friend who respects silence. After 60, silence becomes precious. You no longer need constant talking. You don't need to explain everything. You don't need noise to feel alive. This friend understands that presence matters more than conversation. You can sit together without forcing words. You can share tea, a walk, or a moment, without filling every second with talk. This is not an empty friendship. This is a mature one, because silence, when shared with the right person, is not loneliness, it is comfort. Avoid people who fear silence. They often fear themselves. 2. The friend who has nothing to prove. After 60, competition becomes exhausting. You no longer need to compare houses, children, achievements, or regrets. You don't need someone reminding you of what they have done, or what you didn't. This friend is at peace with their journey. They don't brag, they don't belittle, they don't compete. They understand that everyone's life unfolds differently. This kind of friend will never make you feel small. They sit beside you, not above you. And in old age, that equality is priceless. 3. The honest friend who isn't cruel. At this stage of life, flattery is useless, but harsh honesty is just as harmful. The right friend after 60 is honest, but gentle. They tell you the truth without humiliating you. They correct you without disrespect. They warn you without judgment. This friend cares enough to be truthful, but wise enough to know and how to speak, because after 60, your heart doesn't need sharp words, it needs in-kind truth. 4. The friend who understands loss. By this age, everyone carries loss. Lost parents, lost friends, lost dreams, lost strength, sometimes even lost identity. This friend doesn't rush your grief. They don't say, be strong or forget it. They understand that pain doesn't disappear. It changes shape. They listen more than they advise. They sit with you in sadness without trying to fix it. And sometimes, that understanding becomes a quiet healing. Choose friends who have felt life deeply. They will never trivialize your pain. 5. The friend who still believes in growth. After 60, society expects you to stop growing, but the right friend believes life doesn't end. It evolves. They encourage learning, walking, curiosity, faith, and purpose. They don't mock your new interests. They don't say, it's too late. They remind you that as long as you breathe, you matter. This friend keeps your spirit awake, not rushed, because aging is natural, but giving up is optional. After 60, it's better to have 2 real friends than 10 draining ones. Better to be alone than surrounded by people who disturb your peace. Better to protect your emotional energy than waste it explaining yourself. Loneliness doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being with the wrong people. At this stage of life, friendships are no longer about gaining something. They are about not losing yourself. Choose people who bring calm, not chaos, depth, not drama, respect, not pressure. Because the final chapters of life deserve gentle company. And remember, the right friends after 60 don't add years to your life. They add life to your years.